Chloe, have you seen the EU's new investigation into Google? This isn't just another regulatory headline. This is a major move that could send shockwaves through the entire tech industry. The European Union is stepping up, determined to hold one of the world's biggest tech giants accountable for how it uses artificial intelligence. It's not just another tech squabble. This could reshape the internet. The stakes are enormous, not just for Google, but for every company and creator whose work is online. If the EU succeeds, it could set a global precedent for how AI companies must treat the content they use. The EU is probing whether Google's AI is unfairly using content from publishers and creators to power its new tools, scraping articles, images, and videos to train its algorithms, often without clear permission or proper credit. The heart of the issue is whether Google is doing this without real consent or compensation. Many creators feel blindsided, discovering their work has been used in ways they never agreed to, and with little to no financial benefit.
It's huge, Amelia. This could be a turning point for digital rights. For years, tech companies have operated in a gray area, but now the EU is drawing a line in the sand. The EU is asking if Google's building its AI empire on creators' work without paying or even asking properly. If proven, this could force Google to rethink how it develops its AI and maybe even pay billions in compensation.
Exactly. The implications go far beyond Google. Other tech giants are watching closely, knowing they could be next. This is about setting new rules for the digital age. Imagine being an artist, sharing your work online, only to find it's been used to train an AI that could replace you. It's a real fear for many, losing control over your own creations and seeing your livelihood threatened by technology you never consented to help build.
The EU's message is clear. Innovation can't trample creators' rights. They're demanding transparency, fair compensation, and respect for intellectual property in the age of AI. This isn't just about money. It's about respect, consent, and the future of the creative economy. If creators aren't protected, what happens to the art, journalism, and ideas that fuel our culture?
The world's watching. Governments, tech companies, and creators everywhere are waiting to see what happens next. This is a battle for the soul of the internet, a fight to decide who controls the future of creativity, and whether technology will serve people or simply exploit them.
Let's break it down. The way Google's AI works is both fascinating and a little unsettling. Imagine a system that can read, process, and understand almost everything published online. News articles, blog posts, research papers, and more. It's like having a superpowered reader that never sleeps, constantly absorbing new information from every corner of the web. Google's AI overview reads countless websites, then spits out neat summaries, built from journalists and creators' hard work. These summaries appear instantly, often at the very top of your search results, making it easy to get the gist of a topic without ever visiting the original source.
It's like a student writing an essay from 10 textbooks, pulling the best ideas and facts, but never giving credit to the authors who did the research. And it's not just text. YouTube videos, digital art, podcasts, and even social media posts are all fair game for AI to learn from and summarize. The scope is massive, touching every type of content you can imagine.
The issue? Google says if it's public, it's usable. Their terms of service make it clear. Anything you put online, unless locked behind a password, is up for grabs by their algorithms. But training AI isn't just indexing. It's consuming content to create a competing product. Instead of simply pointing users to your work, Google's AI can now offer its own version, built from your original ideas.
These AI summaries compete directly with the originals. Readers get the information they need without ever seeing the creator's page, ad revenue, or subscription offers. Why click through if Google gives you the answer up front? The incentive to visit the source disappears, and with it, the creator's chance to earn a living.
It flips the web's value exchange. The original promise of the internet, creators share, audiences visit, and everyone benefits, is being rewritten. Creators become raw material, not partners. Their work is mined for data, but their names and brands are left behind.
And all this happens at a scale no human could match. AI can process millions of pages in seconds, far beyond what any team of people could do. Crawlers ingest the entire public internet to feed massive AI models, building a digital brain that's always hungry for more. The result? AI that's only as good as the content it consumes. Yet the people behind that content may never see recognition or reward. As AI grows smarter, the question remains, will creators be valued or just quietly replaced by the very technology built on their work? For publishers, this is existential. Their business depends on clicks. No traffic, no revenue, no journalism.
Google's AI overviews keep users on Google, cutting publishers out. For many, it's not a dip, it's a death sentence.
The paradox. AI needs quality content, but undermines the very model that funds it. If creators vanish, so does the quality.
And it's not just big media. Niche bloggers, local journalists, anyone relying on search traffic is at risk.
Lose them, and the web loses its diversity. The internet risks becoming a bland, centralized echo chamber.
This isn't just economics. It's about preserving the internet's unique voices.
Without change, we risk a future of AI-generated sludge, not real journalism. This isn't theory, it's happening. The Daily Mail saw a 50% drop in Google search traffic after AI overviews launched.
That's catastrophic. If a giant like the Daily Mail is hit, smaller sites are in real danger.
These numbers validate publishers' fears. It's not just lost clicks. It's a fundamental shift in how information is accessed.
And many publishers are scared to speak out, worried about angering Google and losing even more traffic.
The Daily Mail's data is just the tip of the iceberg. The EU sees this as proof of real, widespread harm.
It's no longer what if, it's this is happening. The EU has to act. Campaigners like Rosa Curling from Foxglove call this a clear and present threat to journalism. She wants an immediate, easy opt-out for creators.
Ed Newton-Rex from Fairly Trained says Google's made it a condition of being online. Let your work train their AI or disappear from search.
There's no real choice. Google holds all the cards and creators are trapped.
These campaigners demand more than a flimsy opt-out. They want real licensing, real compensation.
It's not just business. It's about ethics, consent, and the right to control your own work.
The human cost is real, jobs lost, art copied, independent creators squeezed out.
Their voices remind us, this is about people, not just data.
Google's defense? They say the EU's probe could stifle innovation. They want to work with creators, but warn that too many rules will slow progress.
It's the classic big tech argument. The AI race is fierce. Google fears falling behind if forced to negotiate every license.
Google claims AI overviews only answer simple queries and that they still send traffic to sites for deeper topics.
But the evidence, like the Daily Mail's traffic crash, says otherwise.
Google asks for trust, but publishers say the power imbalance is too great for fair partnership without regulation.
Google's near monopoly in search lets them set the terms for the whole web.
It's not a level playing field, and the stakes are global. The EU's stance is clear. Innovation must respect creators' rights. They're not anti-tech, but they are pro-regulation.
The EU's copyright directive was a big step. Now they're checking if Google's AI follows the law, not inventing new rules.
Unlike the US, the EU acts before harm is done. They see creative industries as vital to Europe's culture and economy.
The EU believes you can have both thriving AI and fairly compensated creators, if the rules are right.
This investigation forces Google to justify its practices under real scrutiny.
The EU is using its power to demand transparency and fairness for its citizens and creators.
They're shaping AI's future to align with European values: fairness, rights, and cultural protection. This is just one battle in a much larger, ongoing war. Europe versus the powerful tech giants of the United States. For years, the European Union has positioned itself as the world's toughest tech regulator, determined to rein in the influence of Silicon Valley's biggest players. The EU has launched investigations and imposed hefty fines on Apple, Meta, Amazon, and even Elon Musk's X, challenging their business models and demanding more transparency and accountability.
At its core, this is a clash of philosophies. Silicon Valley's move fast and break things mantra, which prizes innovation and disruption, versus the EU's protect and regulate approach, which puts consumer rights, privacy, and fair competition first.
The Google AI probe is just the latest and perhaps most high-profile collision in this ongoing saga, signaling that the EU is not backing down from even the most influential tech companies. With new laws like the Digital Markets Act and Digital Services Act, the EU is asserting its rules more forcefully than ever, forcing big tech to adapt or face serious consequences.
This is what's known as the Brussels effect, when EU regulations become de facto global standards, because it's easier for companies to comply everywhere than to create separate systems for Europe and the rest of the world.
The outcome of these battles could set the template for how artificial intelligence, digital markets, and creator rights are governed, not just in Europe, but across the globe.
This isn't just Europe's fight. It's about defining the rules and values that will shape the next era of technology, impacting billions of people and businesses everywhere.
The stakes couldn't be higher. What happens next will influence the future of tech, law, and society itself. At its core, this is about fairness. Should creators be compensated when their work powers new tech?
Creators are losing revenue and control. They want a fair deal and the right to say no.
Google argues that innovation needs freedom, but too little regulation risks destroying the ecosystem that feeds it.
The EU is trying to balance innovation with protecting creators' rights. This case could set a global precedent.
The outcome could reshape how AI is built and how creators are paid.
This matters to everyone who uses the internet. If creators can't survive, the web loses its richness and reliability.
It's a fight for the future of content and for the digital world we all share.